All right, welcome back to the online show 321 Live Limitless. And today we have a special guest with me. Special because he is one of our authors, Sanjay Dugar. And Sanjay is the director of C2C organizational development. And he is a person who has hands on experience on all the technical and management side. And as a sought after facilitator and leadership coach, he has worked with many leaders of global organizations to achieve higher levels of performance. And his book, The Facilitator Leader, which we had the honor of publishing, was rated the number one bestseller in its category on Amazon. And he is as you can see, a very result-oriented leader with proven success of over 2 decades of experience in leadership roles. And he is known to be a proactive planner with expertise in strategic planning, general management, and human resources as well. So his strength to turn around companies and nurture startups is likely to be of a great asset. Is likely a great asset in the new normal era. So he is going to talk about that as well. I'm going to ask him specifically, and his out of the box thinking ability has helped him nurture innovation and create collaborations at various levels. And he recently was the fulcrum around creating a massive collaboration effort of bringing together over 2,000 people coming from different groups to drive the COVID relief mission with a unified purpose. Big kudos on that, Sanjay, on this effort. And this has been recognized by Rotary as one of the most diverse collaborations they have seen that could drive a mission successfully, which helped over 400,000 migrant labor workforce during the lockdown period. Very, very, very commendable. And Sanjay is also a certified professional facilitator and has many other certifications to support his work in the area of organizational development. And he is currently also the national chair of the International Association of Facilitators in India, in the India chapter, and also an active Rotarian. So his core focus is helping leaders excel. Helping leaders excel. So, leaders who are watching this video, Sanjay is the person that will mean a lot to you. And of course, he is a very positive person, and he lives a tagline like "Be positive is not just his blood group." He says, "Be positive is not just my blood group; it is my attitude to life." Sanjay, welcome to the show. Sanjay, we are so honored to have you on the show.
Thank you, Ram, and it's my privilege to be with you on this show.
Sanjay, your book, The Facilitative Leader, was written before the pandemic, as we know. So, how relevant it is now in the post-pandemic times?
The book was written with the theme Leadership in the VUCA era. VUCA, as you know, is an acronym for volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. And another hidden theme which was kept in focus was the changing needs of the next generation workforce. And I actually brought these two together. And the current scenario amplifies both these themes as we are facing an escalated version of VUCA and a significant changing need of the workforce. The book also connects back to the principles given in Maslow's theory of hierarchical needs to show the way forward. It is all about dealing with these happenings around us, and the pandemic is now further pushing the point that a leader needs to use facilitation skills to be able to do justice to his or her role. I believe that the proposed way forward will now be adopted even faster.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you for that insight. And Sanjay, how do you see the role of a leader changing today? Because all these days it was one thing, and now it's a different thing. Do you see the how do you see the change of the role for a leader?
Absolutely, Ram. When the going is good, right, leaders have a very simple role of ensuring that people stay on track. They clear any hurdles that may come in their way. Primarily, they need to be on the watch and deal with problems that come along. A little bit of setting direction, assigning roles and tasks, empathic handling of people, managing conflict, and helping people manage change is all that is needed. Very often, Their second in line would do many of these things and even take decisions quite comfortably and even own them. However, when the situation is as it is now, people are witnessing various kinds of difficulties that they may have never come across before. People are unsure about what they should do, many options being available, which one they should choose, especially since the stakes are now very high. A failure at this point would have serious consequences. Hence, people are going to be very hesitant in making decisions and taking accountability. People would naturally turn to their leaders to take on these aspects and own the decisions. For the leaders too, it would be scary, but the buck has to stop somewhere. Leaders will need to muster up courage, take risks, drive collaboration, and bank on innovation to take them onward to a bright future.
Awesome, awesome, so nice. And I see that companies are thinking how they can support their human resources and particularly their leaders to work in the new normal. So, would you like to share your thoughts on this as well?
Yeah, Ram. This is something we have been hearing this from many of our clients at C2COD. And here are some things that we have been sharing with them. For human resources in general, the need of the hour is to keep them enhancing their skills and also learning new ones. Providing them the support and opportunity to multi-skill themselves would be a great way to build trust and hope, which is needed in these times. In addition, multiple messages going out regularly to provide them clarity about where the company is going and how they are going to morph to adapt to the new normal would help. For leaders, they now would need a strong support system to help them courageously make bold decisions, considering that the risk size is much, much larger than they are used to. Having someone provide them personal support and help them build confidence is what needs to be done. Executive coaching is something that I would urge all leaders to look for and use, as it could be a great walking stick to lean on.
Absolutely, I totally agree because this is a time for skilling up, and executive coaching is one thing that can enhance the skills of it. Today. I think more and more people need coaching and ways to enhance their skills than ever before because it's a new normal. Like new things are falling in place. Nobody has thought this kind of a situation will arise. It's also a good way
Absolutely, Ram.
we have to adapt to the new environment. So, like the format of this show goes, I just asked you three very pressing questions, and now it's time for me to ask you to share one or two uh, tips or pieces of advice. If you want to share with our readers, what would they be? Sanjay?
Sure. So, first, the future is all about collaboration and innovation. Even our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi called out that innovation will be one of the five pillars to take the economy ahead. There is a clear need to collaborate, not with just teams inside the organization, but also to go beyond. Leaders would be better off if they not only strengthen their cross functional collaboration, but also look at cross corporate collaboration to drive innovation to a new level. And the second one, leaders will need to step up on courage and be willing to make risky decisions. And the advice there is that if you do not make the decision, someone else will. You will then be accountable to decisions made by others. So, my advice is better you make your own informed decisions and take the calculated risks that you are relatively more comfortable with.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for this important and very valuable piece of advice. And Sanjay, before we end this interview, I want to ask you for a big favor. I want to ask you to share one key resource with our viewers. If you want to share one big thing, one big idea, one key resource, what would it be?
Sure. I mean, besides my own book, of course, a book which I came across, Facilitator's Guide to Participatory Decision Making, authored by Sam Kenner, is one of the things that's right now on top of my mind. It actually builds on the messages from my book as well and goes into practical implementation methods. Hence, I really strongly urge leaders to pick up this book and make the most of it.
Thank you so much. The first book that people have to pick up today is The Facilitator Leader by Sanjay Dugar, our guest, expert guest today. And the book he recommends people read after reading The Facilitative Leader is The Facilitator's Guide to Participatory Decision Making by Sam Kaner. Hope I got it right,
That's right.
Sanjay.
That's absolutely right.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us on this show and also sharing your insights, your perspectives, and also the recommendations. And I feel this is so valuable. And viewers, if you have any questions for Sanjay, I am sure he'll be very glad to answer your questions. Put them below this video here. Ask questions. Let's get those questions answered by Sanjay here. And if you like to receive more such videos and more such expert opinions in a very short period of time, 3 questions, 2 big ideas, and 1 key resource from our experts, don't forget to click the subscribe button and join our list for notifications. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sanjay, for joining us.
Thank you very much, Ram, and it's been my privilege.